Okay, everybody, I got my microphone on again. I found it, put a battery in it, and we should be back with some decent sound now. Anyway, sitting before you is one of Ford's master strokes. It's a 1970 G-code Boss 302. It comes with the rare white interior. That makes it, out of 7,013 total production, this is one of 179 to come with the color and the white seats. All Boss 302s were 4-speeds. There's no such thing as an automatic Boss 302. I've put videos before. This is a homologation car. What is meant by that is these cars were put on the street in certain numbers so that Ford would be able to race it in the Trans Am series. And narrowly losing to Chevy in 68, or 69 rather, this car, the 1970, was the Trans Am champion for Ford. It won it all, and barely, but it got it. Thanks to Mr. Parnelli Jones, George Fulmer. Those were some of the factory drivers. They were very capable, very aggressive, and they knew how to throw these things into the corner and get up out of them, just like the Camaros were known for. That's one of the things about the Camaros, is they could really grab a corner and they could come up strong out of them. And that's what Ford had to do. And they ended up doing it and beating Chevrolet, and the reason being is both cars were designed by the same guy. His name was Larry Shinoda, a Japanese immigrant. He designed this Boss 302, and he also designed the Z28 for Chevrolet. All the graphics, everything, the way they looked, and the whole nine. So, there you have it. Mustang fans, beautiful Boss 302. Well, let's take a look at the engine. We forgot to do that. All right. Yes, the shaker hood is probably one of the best things from Ford. It's ominous looking. It's cool looking. And for you sharp-eyed Ford fans, no, that's not a 302. That is a 351 Cleveland. Dressed up the part for it because the engine was long gone when they restored the car, and again, it's a driver-to-driver plus restoration. There's a lot of incorrect equipment, you know, like all this stuff, but hey, it worked. It looks good. It presents for any show, but don't look at it technically. And this is largely why I bought the car. It's a real Boss 302 that has all the equipment, and here's the list. On Boss 302s, you had automatic shock tower braces are welded on from the factory on both sides. That reinforces the shock tower and keeps things stiff, because remember, these things were the best handling car on the road back then. Most people would agree, as far as domestic makes. You know, we're not talking about European cars, but anyway, taking a look down here, look at the wheel wells. All of the Boss 302s have rolled fenders and you know, wheel wells. They're all rolled under there. You have heavy-duty suspension, heavy-duty springs, and this car has competition suspension. That, for you non-Ford fans, they're heavy-duty shock absorbers. One sits before the axle and one sits in back of the axle, and it helps with traction and prevents wheel hop. So, okay. Then, lastly, in the trunk, there are no springs on this thing to hold it up or anything. There is a prop rod with a hole in there. That is Boss 302 equipment. It has the mini spare. The only thing that's missing is that little round felt that sits on top, so I'll have to pick that up somewhere. They're very expensive. They're like, what, 12 bucks? Anyway, it's got Firestone wide ovals. Those are bias ply. And yes, you're going to be playing with the steering wheel when you go down a grooved road, which there's a big grooved road right near where I live. And you're doing 10 and 2 the whole way down. So if you don't know what 10 and 2 is, your right hand's at 10, then it's at 2 o'clock, and 10 and 2 o'clock on the steering wheel, holding the thing into the road. But anyway, there you go, Ford fans. Beautiful car. I love driving it, and it's a nice driver. It fits the occasion. This is Gauze Garage. Thank you.